Hey guys, this is ArchieLuxury, and you're on the ArchieLuxury live stream. Let's start the show. Hey guys, welcome to the ArchieLuxury live stream channel. And today's question is, recession is coming. I think that's pretty clear. What watches do you keep? What watches do you dump? Yes, very good question. I got to tell you, what I would be saying is I think it's not so much what do you keep, what do you dump. If you get good offers for certain pieces, I'd be moving out. For example, hypey Rolexes, if you don't love them, I'd possibly get out. I think non-hypey steel sports Rolexes, we're talking the standard Submariner no date, the standard sub black bezel date, we're talking Explorer 2s, Milgauss, Air King, Explorer 1. Those watches I think are pretty good. Okay, they were never super hyped. However, what I would say is the hype stuff, maybe get out. The other thing would be the difficult Rolex, 36 mil. See, 36 mil, I got to tell you, 36 mil day dates, they were hot when the things were bubbling. they were pretty damn hot. Now, ooh, they become less hot. So I think that's really important. The discontinued model Patek will hold. I don't know. The problem with a lot of Pateks, I've got to tell you, is Patek is very conservative. And I think a lot of the smaller Pateks, I think they will have trouble. I like, they're not worthless, don't get me wrong, and they're very, very valuable. But I think the benchmark size now for a man's dress watch is probably 38, 39, or 40 mils. Okay. In the 80s, 33 mils. In the 90s, 36. Then early 2000s, 37. I think now it's kind of 38, 39, 40, 41. I think for sports watches, it depends on the genre. Like Breitling can be a little bit bigger. But I honestly think a lot of the Rolex sizings is pretty well on the money. It's on the money. I gotta tell you that we had a bit of a. Actually, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something with regarding the dungeon. I gotta tell you, the two guys who are in charge of the dungeon, who are they? Sirocco and Dodger. They're the guys in charge. And I got to be honest with you, I put them in charge. They may not be circus clowns, but they nice, honest guys who I trust. And the dungeon is really, those guys are in charge. Even me, if I want to get something done on the dungeon, I got to talk to those guys. Speaking of those guys, we got the Rancher here. How are you, Rancher?
Pretty good, but I think they've missed the boat. I mean, you might as well.
Is that a concrete boat?
Concrete galoshes. Yeah. I think if you've got, like, unless it's a super hypey, and you got into it extremely well, but this ain't the time to be selling anymore. That time is gone. This is the time to hold.
Good point. I got to tell you, the recession is coming, Rancher.
You believe? I think it's here. I think it's already starting.
Okay. I actually. Now, what watches do you keep? What do you dump? Now, what I mean by that is, say, for example, like, let me give you a scenario. If you're offered good money on certain hard-to-move watches, you get out.
Well, hell yeah. Obviously, duh. That's it. Like, that's if it's good or if it's bad. If you assuming you've lost that loving feeling. If it's just something else you want to consolidate, yeah, get out.
Like I mean, if you've got a Zenith Chronomeister, I'd probably get out of that. If someone was really keen for it, you think, shit, let me get out.
Now, on the other hand, you know, the plus side is if your job is secure, if your industry is secure, if you're basically recession proof, then don't sell. Just sit back and wait for the cards to fall, and then start gathering.
Yeah.
You don't sell when everyone is selling. You buy when everyone else is selling.
100%.
But let a few dominoes fall. Listen to, stick your head out and listen for the thuds in the background.
Yes. We got Mike the Snake on. How are you, Mike?
Hey, Arch. Today's been a real rough day.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. What's going on?
I fell. I
Oh
fell.
shit!
Shit.
From
I,
a motorbike, from a ladder. What did you fall from?
no. I was moving some stuff in my backyard and I tripped and
Yep.
tried to catch myself and just full body slam fell
Ugh.
with some energy into the ground. I fully face planted. Um, I jammed a bunch of fingernails. I skinned up my elbows and my knees. It was just a serious fall, and
Yep.
it took me good 5 minutes to kind of gather myself and stand up. It was like,
That's no good, Mikey. Very quickly,
no.
I got a super chat coming in from Tan Zeal, $5. AC3, which of Clive watches would you dump in a recession? I got to be totally honest with you. I think Clivey said something very important. It depends how much you need the money. If you have a good job, you're recession proof. You can sort of. I think, Clive, you got rid of a few pieces in the hype. You got rid of your 321, your Omega,
Yeah.
and you got rid of your Aquanaut. You got rid of a few pieces.
My overseas? Not my overseas.
Yes.
My offshore. I still have my overseas, but it's a Gen 1.
I like the Gen 1. You know that?
Yeah.
Actually, I got to tell you, I like quite a few watches that aren't in vogue. But I got to tell you, if you needed maybe the Mosa, you dump if you got a good offer. Parmigiani. Would you keep your Parmigiani? What do you think, Clive?
Well, and the thing is, it also kind of depends. Now, if you and the way it works is almost like gas prices. Gas prices go up and then they come down, but they never come down to what they were before. So I kind of think if you like got okay, hey Mike, it's been requested respectfully for you to mute your mic while you're okay. Good.
Okay,
why is that? My mic's not making any noise.
There's
It
a
was
little bit
earlier.
of noise, a little bit of feedback, but that's okay. He's got it. We've got another super chat from Mr. Zoso, $5. The Dungeon presents Curly and the Narc After Dark, an Archie verse production. Make it happen. Guys, the Dungeon is like a science experiment. I just give a bit of I don't control the dungeon, okay? The two dungeon meisters are Sirocco and Dodger, and they run it. They run it with the help of many people. So please, guys, I'm going through some hard times at the moment. I really just want the dungeon to function, okay? Please, just make it function, okay? I don't want to get upset at anyone or do anything. I just want, and as for Ron, I love Ron. I don't think Ron's going through a few personal problems, and life can be hard. But Ron's always been good to me. Here we go. We got a new super chat here. Let's have a look here. We got a super chat here from Tanzeel. AC3, pull up the news. Omega's 60th anniversary Seamaster Bond watch and tell us if they're a terminal or a must-have for every rodent out there. I got to say, I kind of like them. Yeah. I look at these watches, and I got to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the watch. I'm sorry. I'd like to hate it. I really do want to hate it, but it's kind of looking cool. So this is the this is the 60th anniversary watch we're talking about, right? It's just come out by Omega, like literally hours ago, and I got to be honest with you. I kind of like some of the new Amiga offerings. I don't know why.
Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Get it up.
Is my feedback okay now?
Yeah, that's good.
It's okay.
Good.
It's okay. So this is the new Amiga. Have a look at this.
No. What if Amiga comes up with a new Speedmaster that goes twice as deep, and it has 2 helium escape valves?
Seamaster, not a speed. It's a Seamaster.
Seamaster. It has 2 helium escape valves. And it's named after you. It's called the No Time to Lie. What would you think about that?
Hey, that sounds pretty good. So this is the new Amiga Seamaster Diver 300-meter 60th anniversary. It's another take on the No Time to Die with a number of notable changes.
Titanium?
This time it's in steel. It's steel with a no-date display, and it's got a vintage mesh-style bracelet.
I like the bracelet. I like the bracelet.
I like that darky blue.
Hey, we're not supposed to use that word, man.
It's still the old Seamaster that I have issues with. It looks like they've altered the bezel a little bit. The scallops aren't as pronounced.
Look at this photo. This photo is beautiful. Look at that. Look how the loom glows. It's got the cutout hands. It's really, really, really beautiful. Look at that. That is actually
they've enlarged the
photo of it.
Or it's like the gun cutout.
Oh, look at the back of it. Look at the back. We've got I think that's a bit cheesy, personally. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm going to have to pull back, Clive. It looks a bit cheesy with
the. Pull back or pull out?
Pull back. That's a bit cheesy.
See, this is the thing. Okay, the No Time to Die and everything else. I've got the same criticism about why you're so falling behind on super chats.
Sorry. Let's get the super chats done quickly. We've got Duco Ted, $5. The new 007 watch thoughts. I'll tell you my thoughts on it. I like it, but I think it's a bit gimmicky. And I think it's a bit of a fad watch.
Yeah, it still has that appendage of a helium escape valve on the wrong side, and it's still got all the same issues I've always had with the regular Seamaster, the skeleton hands. Although they seem to be enlarged a little bit. The limb seems to be a little bigger and better. Maybe I'm wrong though. The bezel scallops seem to be a little less pronounced, which I may be incorrect about, but they don't seem to be as pronounced as the older Seamaster scallops on the edge of the bezel. And all in all, Seamaster's always been a cool watch, and it looks pretty cool. Not my cup of tea, but
Mr. Zoso, $5. You call the shots, big boy. Make it happen. Not a hard sell.
Not a hard.
Thank you, Mr. Zoso. We got another super chat here. SR Bell, $5. AC, would you jack off a I promise it won't hurt him, like you say, for a plateau. No animals. I honestly, you know what? No animals need to be hurt. And here's one of my favorite people. We've got Hoff on Smash. How are you?
What's going on, Arch?
Hey, Hoff.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Man.
Hello, Rancher.
I'm hanging in there.
It's going a bit hard, Hoff. It's a bit hard. A bit hard at the moment. I got the dungeon fighting, right? I got the dungeon is ready to explode.
I've been so busy at work trying to dig out of coming out of the time off I had. I haven't been able to follow. I keep trying to catch up on like the night before's episode and notice it's not there or behind members. Is that have like membership now that you gotta subscribe to?
No. We had a few porn people who put some
Oh, that's still
stuff
going on?
Oh yeah. So we've got to be very careful. I normally leave the shows up unless there's a reason why it has to go down. But I got to tell you, it's been a little hard. One step forward, two steps back. I've got the guy removing the safe, but then I got the carpet guy. Now he's the safe guy. He said to me, "Oh, I need to do it later on." I said, "Hang on a minute. I've got carpet arranged because you've got to have your." It's just it's difficult. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want the fresh carpet in there before the safe gets pulled out.
Well,
let alone the carpet needs to go underneath the safe. How's that going to work?
Exactly. You hit it on the head. So we got a few issues. Okay.
Don't we all?
A few issues.
By the way, so what? I missed the beginning of the show. What's the verdict on this new Bond watch?
Look, I actually like it, but I think it's a bit cheesy. And I got to be totally honest with you. A lot of these super hyped watches, they're so cool at the time, but they seem to lose flavor down the track. In fact, people down the track want the standard one. They don't want the Bond watch version. So
one thing I do like that they did was kept a lot of like the crazy stuff in the back.
Oh, we got some big super chats here. SR Bell, $2. Clive and AC, how long are your refractory periods? I think about a day and a half, Clive.
It depends. Well, it depends how big the orgasm is, quite frankly.
Okay, there we go.
JL, a dungeon representative.
JL, $50. Archie, the dungeon's fine. Focus on getting the show back on track. Okay, 100%. I got to tell you something.
I think the boys in the dungeon will figure it out.
Okay,
I just confidence in them.
I said Sirocco and Dodger are the two guys, and that's the guys who they make the decisions. You know what I think, Hoff? I love Omega. I really do. But why do they bring out some really cheesy shit? You know what I mean?
So what's so cheesy about it?
Do you think, right? Can I ask you something? Like if a guy like me, well, okay, we got swagger, okay? But say wearing this Bond watch isn't going to make you cool.
No.
Okay? In fact...
Well, let's be honest. Wearing any watch isn't necessarily going to make you cool. It may get you attention, but it's not going to make you cool.
Yeah, well, you know what?
On the other hand, you know the lady boys that broke in and stole Archie's Patek Philippe's. You know they're flexing right now, right?
Yes. I got to be honest with you guys.
They're using his Pateks to time their their individual times with each new client. So they're at least being put to good use.
I have a cool Omega. My sword hands have been getting a lot of action lately.
Nice.
You know what? I love that. And, they also did that sword hand as a GMT as well.
Yeah, that was the anniversary, 50th anniversary model. But I love that they took back, do you see those wave dials? Damn, the lights in the way.
See, I got to tell you, I would rather get myself a vintage Omega for half the money.
Yeah, there's a lot of great deals.
There is... Omega has such a vast back catalog of stuff. There's references that we probably haven't even thought of yet.
Yeah. No, every time I'm like dicking around on eBay or Chrono, I always find new versions of Omegas that I never knew existed.
We're talking like steel sports from the 60s. I mean, come on. Come fucking on.
I think the most beautiful watch Omega ever... Sorry, super chat. That's the JL. We've got to give him some love. JL, thank you. I just hope everything is okay. I love you, JL. JL's
JL's an amazing host on the dungeon and really keeps things going. I'm usually working the late shift in the dungeon, and the boys at late night are really put on an entertaining show. And JL's the guy who kind of keeps it all together, has some tech knowledge. And yeah, is a real integral part of that community. And we got Mr. Zoso.
Mr. Zoso, $5. Hoff, explain to Archie why Curly and the Narc are important to the Archieverse, please.
Do you not understand why they're so important?
You tell me, Narc. So you tell me, Hoff.
I truly believe both of those guys are very important to the Archieverse. Curly, because he's in nonstop. He can talk about anything. Whether he knows what he's talking about at the time or not is always up for debate.
So the only problem with Narc is sometimes his comments are a little bit
Narc harsh. Is a troll. And I think sometimes he shows his humane side, and that he actually, like when he initially started just calling everyone a fat fuck and getting on and abusing everyone's physical appearances and pointing out their mental issues, slowly but surely, like most people who come on these streams, you start peeling back layers of Narc like an onion, and then you start to kind of understand, or you start to see a different side of him and realize, he's human just like all of us. He has his flaws, and there's stuff he's trying to figure out. And
can you get that?
And at the end of the day, though, I think he's a kind-hearted soul, as much as people think I might be out of my mind for saying that. He does care about people. And I know several people in the community that he's reached out to and tried to help. And yeah, him and Curly are pretty much two characters that play really well off each other. And I think they really should get a lot of credit for the success of the dungeon recently.
Okay, now look, guys,
been blowing up at the dungeon.
Thank you.
I think it's due to them.
Well, the thing is, I think people should vote right here, right now. Who should be pinned dungeon? If you think it'd be Scirocco, super chat $5 and pit Scirocco. If you think it should be Narc, $5 and pit Narc.
Wait, of the what of the dungeon?
I don't know, pin in charge of it, whatever.
Oh no, I definitely wouldn't put Narc nor Curly in charge of it. I don't think Narc would want to be in charge of it. He'd get that channel deleted within 24 hours.
You haven't been here as long as I have. He's not going to do jack shit either way, except
like fair enough.
Here we go. We got Juco Ted. Very good comment. I'm changing my ringtone to Archie's COVID cough. Thank you.
You still got that cough from COVID, Arch?
Yeah. You know what? It's a bit nerve-wracking too. Nervousness, Nervousness.
But Curly's a loyal soldier. Curly's on streams like at least 20 hours out of the day, and he's always in there kind of, hammering home the narrative that he, evangelizing the Archieverse. And
Okay. SR Bell $2. AC, would you unshove 5 hamsters for $100 million US? Okay, I want to see the money first.
$100. No, $100 a millimeter US. What are you trying to say?
So I see.
Now keep in mind, they would be trying to call and go back further in, would be my guess, and then you would try to pull them out.
Why would anyone do this? I have no idea. I don't quite understand.
Because people hate hamsters.
They hate hamsters. No idea.
Super chat.
How did that whole thing get started, too, by the way? That was a vicious rumor about Richard Gere, right?
Yes. Yeah. Richard.
That's the first time I heard anything about hamsters.
I love Richard Gere, by the way. Tad Zeal, $5. If money wasn't a factor, why would you take the bluesy over a gold sub? Only one of those watches can be put in the air to say, "Fight you." Yeah, actually, you know what? I think a gold sub would make me very happy.
We got another super chat, Arch.
Yep.
Yes. The only problem with the gold sub is they are so expensive.
And so
there we go. Juco Ted, $20. Word from the World Health Organization is super chats cure COVID symptoms. Thank you so much.
So
He's
is
a
that
good
how
guy.
you properly say his name? Duco Ted? I always got thrown off on that one.
I went to Oxley State High. I have no idea on how to pronounce nothing.
You mean anything?
But anything, yes. Yes.
Oh wow, Curly won Explosion of the Month. When did he explode, on the dungeon or on here?
Did he explode on Archie? Wait, have you exploded on Archie yet?
No.
Now Mark loves exploding on Archie.
On his photo or on his back?
On the horn, really.
There's some good guys there. I got to tell you, you know what? You really make me happy coming on today, Half. Silky Johnson, $2. What about the old bezel gold sub?
Oh, the aluminum Silky? That was the classic. You might be able to get a deal on the aluminums, and that was the one you had in the pool. That's what we need, Arch.
Yep.
I got to tell you, NATO's saying, when am I going to visit Oxley State High? It doesn't exist anymore.
Now, what is it? Anal Singe. I don't know. It's probably pronounced slightly differently. Anyway, Anal Singe is saying Bluesy price is just $1,000 more expensive than steel sub with date.
Oh, that's Anil Singh. That H
is.
Okay.
It sounded kind of painful otherwise.
And we've got SR Bell, $2 new. Apple Watch tracks ovulation. Beat that, Rolex. Well, it's just an app, isn't it?
Yep.
And we got Tanzeal, $5. If size really dictates what paddock one should buy, why are the 50-30s retaining value and going up and up and up? Wouldn't it make sense? They should crash. Good
That's
point.
probably the diabetes affecting your eyes. 3940s.
3940s. That's the classic perpetual calendar.
Beige
1980. Yeah, beautiful. You know who had a 3940 as a dream watch? Houdinki. That's one of Houdinki's first Grail watches. He really wanted one. Mm-hmm. There's a number of people there. Jake Erwick. You've spoken to Jake Erwick, Clive, haven't you?
Oh, I've got his number. I've got his number on my speed dial.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. What is he doing now?
He's doing a lot of stuff with Tesla.
He works for Tesla?
No. A lot of videos featuring Tesla. He's also, well, I'm not at liberty to explain anything else. Oh, wait, there's something for you.
Whoa, Patrick coming in hot.
Patrick Philippe, look at this here. $50. My God, this is a super chat of super chats. And what do we got here? Arch, hope you feel better and dump that nasty cough. Happy Thanksgiving to all in America. Yes. Good to see Hoff on tonight. Nice one, Arch. Great vid.
I'll be back real quick. Sorry.
No worries.
Thank you, Patrick. Good to be on.
And
yes, this is Arch. This is Thanksgiving Eve in America. This is historically one of the biggest nights out when you're young, hip kid. The cities and clubs are usually jamming tonight. And now I'm here spending it with you guys online like a true nerd. You know how many Thanksgivings I couldn't even eat because I hadn't slept and I'm at the dinner table like ready to pass out, sweating.
Oh, you're joking.
No, this is a big night out.
Got you. Studio 59? What was it called?
Studio 54.
54.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like those type of clubs. Even bars and stuff like that. It's I guarantee you the city is rocking tonight.
You know, I never went to a nightclub when I was in New York. That's one thing I didn't do.
I know. I'm so upset I didn't have more time to hang with you. There were a couple of stops that I would have loved
Studio
to take
69, yeah. So these clubs, what are the clubs like in New York? Where I was staying, was there clubs around there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereabouts?
No,
They're in the 50s, more on the west side. See, bars are on the east side, and clubs generally are more on the west side.
where did they pick you up? In the meatpacking district or where?
No, he was in 51st by like Park, right? If I recall correctly. You were on the east side.
Yeah, I'm staying at Pod 51. Pod 51. That's where I was.
Was he staying close to Central Park?
No.
Not,
Oh, okay.
Not too far, actually.
Well,
it was actually, I was on 230 East 51st Street. East
yeah, hold on.
51st
Pull that up
Street.
in Google Maps.
Okay, and the narc is saying, big drama. I just received the gossip. Why Tim is not in his stream today. Big trauma. Huge. Huge. Also, super chat by Tanzil.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, him and Blondie got really wrecked or something. They're saying, and Tim was nowhere to be found or was too hungover to go on his stream.
Oh, God. Super chat.
That's ridiculous.
Archie.
Zeal, $5. AC3, would you ever get a Morris Grossman or would you prefer a gold sub? Gold sub, gold sub. Fist in the air. Fake you, Timmy. Fake you. You know what? I think a gold sub.
Yeah, Arch, we got to make this happen. And maybe you want to go aluminum bezel if
aluminum, yeah.
If
but we got a bit of feedback, Mikey. Got a little bit of feedback on your mic, Mikey.
Is it me really?
Yes. Yeah, you fixed it now. Maybe it was rubbing against your whiskers.
I think that's what it is. I think there. That we're good now, right?
Yeah. Arch, how did the vintage subs fit on your wrist? Did they fit? Because I know you're a thick-wristed fellow such as myself.
Yeah.
Were they a little
they were amazing.
small?
They were amazing. You know, I think I would this time. I would probably.
This
I would go.
I'm reading the sidebar here. It's getting real interesting. Really interesting. So go ahead, but I will be ignoring you while I'm reading this.
Sure.
As opposed to my normal ignoring you.
I think the gold sub. I got to tell you, the gold sub. It's. You know what? Can I say this to you, Huff?
Yes.
Maybe that's the perfect watch for me. I sell everything.
Yes.
Because it can't be stolen because it's always on my wrist.
Right.
There you go.
And maybe one other stainless steel watch, just, so when you got to tone it down, like, when Superman's Clark Kent,
I would keep
and a generic
the
reporter
Speedmaster that was given to me by some good friends. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
The problem is those gold subs, they're not so cheap. They're expensive.
I know when I had my old collection, I had a number of regular Submariners. I had a whole sub and a couple of no-hole subs.
Yes.
And I found that they wore a little flat and that the crown dug into the top of my hand. And so then I discovered the Sea Dweller. And it was a little bit thicker and a little rounder on the bottom, and it wore a little raised up off of my wrist, and I didn't have that crown problem with it digging a hole in my wrist, and so I actually took a real liking to the Sea Dwellers and ended up having a couple of those, and actually wore those more than I did my subs. The only issue was that I couldn't read the date, because the date is so micronic.
Cyclops.
Yeah, they don't have the Sea Dwellers don't have Cyclops, and the date is so small. You just cannot read it.
But on the other hand, it's the most one of the most proportionate Rolex date dials ever made, because the uncyclops date at 3 is almost the same size as the EC at 9.
True.
In the new model of the Deep Seas, they actually increased the size of the date window in the latest James Cameron one.
Super chat.
We have Super Chat Arts.
Wow.
SR Bell.
SR Bell, $2. Mike, how many boxes of tissues do you use in a month? Well, it depends how runny his nose is.
Drama. There is so much drama.
Arch, I'm seeing a lot of gold subs here from a reputable gray market site I check often for around 25.
Is that's ceramic or that's pre-ceramic?
No,
ceramic.
pre-ceramic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's still a lot of money, but
it is solid gold with the blue, and then you could get them with the blue dial, blue bezel.
How much are you looking at for a ceramic? What's the cheapest ceramic?
I'd say wait.
Those are still around 30.
If the recession is starting, is this really the best time to get a precious metal Rolex, or would it be better just to wait just a few weeks?
This is true. Remember how Jamie Opulence said he would take a picture of something he wanted and tape it to his wall next to his bed? And so he got out of bed. When he went to bed and he got out of bed every morning, he could visualize the goal. Maybe that's what you need to do. And then this way you remember, what the fuck we doing all this for?
Yes, that's a good point.
You know?
Yeah.
Stop worrying about like rebuilding the collection. Just figure out what is that one grail model that you really want to rally behind and say, you know what? If I had this fucking watch, we know life could be good again.
That's a good point, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Getting all these little pieces here and there aren't going to have the same like shot in the arm as getting that gold sub would. And if you recall, all your fans have been clamoring for you to get a gold sub for quite some time.
Yes, that's a good point.
Did you explain to Archie what clamoring means?
Yes. Come on.
I think
I gotta tell you.
Go ahead, Arch.
I gotta tell you guys, I didn't make a coffee this morning. I'm just about to go and grab it. I'll go and grab my coffee.
And here's the first absence away from the camera.
It's okay. Maybe he's just going to print out a photo of the gold sub.
The gold sub.
Maybe
I tell you.
Get a picture of the gold sub.
You know who's got a gold sub is the dog trainer. Maybe the dog trainer. He's got the 40, hasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, and that's the one you like the best, right? You prefer the 40 millimeter?
I think they're both cool. I think they're both very, very cool.
See, I like the 41s better because I just like the slightly bigger bracelet.
Yeah. No, you're and I like the purport. The case is slightly nicer.
Yeah. Now, I would really do they make a white gold 41?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
they do with the blue bezel.
I'm just kidding.
With the blue?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd go white gold. Would you go white gold?
No. Not for what you're looking to do. Come on, Arch.
It'd be a blue and black, right? No?
Yeah, it would be like how the
Is that what it would be? A black dial with a blue bezel?
Blue bezel, black dial, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, because the blue and blue is the the other white gold sub is the meteorite, right? The blue.
Well, that's a GMT. The other white gold sub used to be a Smurf, and that was the blue bezel and blue dial, like
blue. The blue and blue.
But no, we want yellow gold. And would you go, Arch, for yellow gold sub? Would you go blue dial and bezel or black dial and bezel?
I think the blue just works so well.
It's the only correct answer, my friend.
Yeah, I think blue,
blue
goes better with yellow gold.
Hey, Archie, how's life? Are you surviving the coronavirus?
Yeah, surviving.
Oh, that's good.
You know, I think this cough is stress related. When I got Huff here, I just relaxed. When Huff is here, I just calm down.
All right, good.
Whereas when I
Super chat.
AD never calling $20. My dad always told me if you want to buy something, wait 30 days, and if you still want it buy it. Fight that. I call Richie and it arrives the next day. Us Gen Xers want everything now.
Yep. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
But my father used to tell me that too, Patrick. And you know what? A lot of times it has saved me a lot of money, but other times I'm like, fuck that. You only live once, right?
I had a friend that used to say, instant gratification is fine if you can wait that long.
Yeah. And I've passed on some deals that I've lost out on some deals by waiting.
Yeah.
You know,
I've certainly done that as well.
But you know, question to Archie, like somebody like me who's got a small collection, but it's basically my last asset. You know, it's like
Why, you sold your car?
No, but I'm selling it soon. And
what car
then
are you selling?
What?
What car are you selling?
I have a BMW 335 IS. It's a hot rodded 335i.
Gotcha.
It's a nice car. It's 2011, 100,000 miles. It's not worth a lot anymore. But I have to sell it to survive. And then after that, the only thing I have left, you know, to sell are my watches. But I'm not going to sell my watches. I will be homeless on the street with my watches. I'll have somebody holding them, but I'm not gonna go that far. I've gone back.
But think about it. If now someone can't break in your house to sell your watches if you have no house, that's smart thinking. That's thinking ahead.
Yeah, well, so I'll have somebody holding on to them, or they'll be in a.
But Mike, you have a bunch of luxury watches. Before you sell your car, just because it's like, you know, transportation, I understand you have the Ducati, but in the wintertime, I'm not sure how cold it gets there, if you have to lug something, especially materials for your fledgling, you know, art business.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you consider knocking off some of the watches before?
Mike, don't sell. Is it E90? BMW E90, the limousine?
No, it's an E92, I believe. It's just the newer version. You know, the 335.
Yes, 335. Is it a coupe? Sports car with 2 doors?
2 doors, coupe. Yeah, coupe.
Oh, don't sell it. Please don't sell it. It's such a nice car, and acceleration is amazing.
It's got the dual clutch transmission as well. It's got the special. The IS was a very special model in the U.S. and they only made about 1,500 with the dual clutch transmission. And it's a real special car. I love it. It's my baby. It's been my baby. It pains me to sell it. My mother's says she's going to give me her Nissan when I sell my BMW, so I won't be without a car.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I'm just life has been this kind of slow downward struggle over the last 5 years, and I've been trying my hardest, and I'm really pumping. You know, I'm working my ass off on the lathe and my artwork and trying to make that work. But that's going to take a little time, I think, you know, to make a name for myself and start pumping out enough product to cover my bills. You know, unless I downsize, and I really don't want to move.
Mike, what about if you leave the blue liberal left-wing California and move to the red state, and I think life will get better? What do you think about that? And honestly,
moving's kind of like a last option that's like really far away, because my entire family is like, my whole family unit is right here in this county. I'm a native of this county. This is home. I can't really move. You know, it not just not because it's cheaper to be somewhere else. I will do what it takes to you know stay here.
Because California is very expensive. California is real estate is expensive. Everything is expensive. The tax rate are pretty high. Oklahoma, for instance, I think it's nice. I would prefer Oklahoma every fucking day of the week over California.
Yeah,
you know, we just had the city metro area just had the highest increase for any metro area in the country in 2020. I mean, in 2022, number one. Of course, it was really low to start with, but we're like, Jesus Christ. But we've already got Californians coming out here to Oklahoma.
People are exodusing California for sure. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, gas is $6 a gallon.
Yeah, I know.
It's insane. Mike. It's stupid to fucking live here. This is where I grew up. This is where my roots are, and it's going to take a lot more than just a few years of hard times for me to like consider another state or moving away. I've lived in other states. I've moved away. I've always come back.
Well, it's also your family beyond the state, right, Mike? You seem like a family guy with a close family.
I'm very, very close to my family. Yeah. And if anything, I might maybe Southern California because I've got my brother down there. But the rest of my family, my other brother and my mother and father and everybody else in the family is all up here, right next to me, in the same county.
Golden State. Oh,
sorry, Arch. Go on.
I was just going to say, I got to say, I went through a number of places in America. I really love to go and see different places, and San Francisco. That was a great stop. But the problem is everything is so expensive rent-wise or buying a place.
Paying Silicon Valley tax.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I could have shown you Northern California, Archie. I wish I could have taken you north of the Golden Gate Bridge. It is a different world. It is completely.
Hey Arch, I'm gonna run up, but I'm gonna be back. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
All
right, see you.
Mikey, do you remember the Reagan era in the 80s when California was a red state? I think the most adorable state in the United States. Everybody moved to California, and ever since then it's been like a downgrade to California. I mean, it's total disaster, as Archie would say.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. It's something I've had to endure. There's just other conditions that haven't gone my way that place me where I'm at.
Mikey, you work for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like California. A lot of people are there because they have jobs that depend on it. But because you're sort of a self-employed sort of guy, you could be anywhere, can't you?
Yeah, I could hook up a lathe to the back of a motorhome and just, park and do my work on the side of the road and leave a pile of shavings on the ground and drive off. But like I said, my roots are here. It's just that a number of circumstances have led to, my being on top of the world to struggling now at this point. Health is one of them. And,
yes.
I had a job working at the knife shop. They needed somebody full-time. I wasn't able to give them full-time because of my diabetes, so I got let off. So everything with me it comes with a caveat. Like, yeah, I'd love to work for you, but I can't be on my feet for 8 hours. So, there you go. You can't. You're no good for us. And so it's difficult. It's easier for me to just work for myself, and I'm within my own means able to generate. It's just my given situation. I have to generate a lot right now to survive, and I'm hoping to fix my house up and get a roommate. That would basically solve everything.
Archie,
yes,
there you go.
You want to move? You want to be my roommate, Archie?
The problem is California is so expensive. I think that's.
Yeah, but if you're splitting all the expenses here, it's cheap.
Oh, no.
I don't have a green card for America. That's the problem.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to work there because all the fakers out there will dob me in, and I'll get arrested and deported for streaming every day.
Archie, pretend to be a legal alien from Mexico, then you'll go easily into the United States, okay?
I gotta tell you seriously.
You can move in through Arizona or through Texas, okay? They'll let you in.
Look, I think it's I gotta be honest with you. I loved America. That was an amazing trip. The only thing is, it is expensive. You've got Clivers. You're in Oklahoma. Have prices gone up in Oklahoma for housing? What's happened to you there?
No, not really, because interest rates.
Yes,
That's time off and everything.
Yes, this phenomenon is all over the world. The interest rates are rising. The house prices are coming down everywhere in the world. The same in Europe.
Would you ever buy anything, Clive, or you're not interested?
I'm damn sure not going to buy it now, but trying to figure.
I was talking to a guy the other day. You know what he said to me? I said, would you buy something? He said, I'll be lucky to have 10 years left. Why would I buy?
Yep.
What do you think of that comment, Clive?
Depends what he does for a living. Like I said, I know people that have been like ancient, tottering, you know. There's one older guy named Hugh Herndon finally passed on, but I swear to God, he was tottering to the courthouse in this old wooden briefcase for years.
Wooden briefcase.
Arch, by the way, I went on the YouTube and I saw you and Clyde having an interview, having a stream. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. It was fun to watch. I mean, Clyde is a legend. I mean, he's loyal to Archie. He has been loyal to Archie since I think 2015 or something, or even before that.
Thank you so much. Super chat. Here we go. Bell 67, $2. Clive, what do you whack to anime? I don't get that. That's that cartoon stuff. Do people get excited by cartoons?
I guess so, yes.
My God. That's crazy.
Porn.
We've got another super chat from Tanzeel, $2. Clyde, what was the Fike off watch of 2018?
It was the Rolex 36mm Explorer 14270. And actually,
that's right.
And you remember who gave me that? Do you remember who gave me that watch?
That was Tan, wasn't it? Oh, sorry, Shin?
No, it was Charlie Herman. You remember Charlie, don't you?
Yeah, what happened to Charlie?
You saw him. He sent me pictures of you two over in California.
Oh, Herman Ingram.
Ah, yeah. Well, he's changed his name a couple of times, just like you.
He uses a few different identities, doesn't he?
Right. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I'm kind of making myself some tea at the moment.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, Archie.
I'm actually thinking about moving overseas because I'm actually pretty. I'd like to go and see a different way of life at the moment.
I know you've talked about Thailand.
Would you consider moving to a low cost country like that?
I actually I have a friend who is
Super chat.
Well, after the super chat.
Super chat. SR Bell, $2. Mike, when was the last time you finished to anime?
Super chat.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah. Okay. Super chat. Duco Ted, $5. Reaction videos are big on YouTube. Archie should do a reaction videos to your old videos.
Oh, that's not okay. That's actually not. I've heard worse ideas.
It's interesting. Mike, would you go to a low-cost country? Well, I suppose the problem is you go there. What are you going to do to survive? What are you going to do to survive?
Yeah, I mean that is one of my problems. But I have a friend who used to live in Thailand and was married to a Thai woman who passed away from brain cancer, and he came back about 17 years ago, and he's been here, but he's planning on moving back and living permanently in Thailand.
Yes, you were saying. I remember we were saying that.
And the offer from him is good to for me to do a preliminary visit, and if I like it, he'll do everything in his power to help me, situate myself and help me along. And that offer's good.
Here we go, $5. Some of the best videos of ArchieLuxury are the old ones. I was just watching one on thin dress watches, and he kept calling AP, Audemars Piguet, Piaget.
That's true. That's true, Tanzil. That's true. I would agree.
Yes. Thank you. Tanzil never lets you forget these things. He's a lovely guy. I love the zeal. I love the zeal in the house.
Yeah, Tanzil's really been holding the fort down, man.
Of Archie are the vintage videos when he had his 18038, his day date. Oh boy, I remember that. It was so fun to watch. Maybe the right watch would be day date for you, Arch. What do you think? A vintage one.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. But I got to tell you something. One thing for sure is, right, I think in my case, I would like to go somewhere else and start living a new life.
Kind of like the.
What about the kids? What about your wife?
That's the problem.
That's a bit of the problem.
The kids have got 2 more years of high school left. I tell you what I'm going to do. I want to get my studio back in order, and then I want to start traveling a lot more. I do want to travel a lot more. The mask, $5. Keep Man on the Viking Moon, Rolex Steel, etc.
Yeah, I've got my James Cameron. That's, I think, the hype watch I own. But I can't see myself getting rid of it either.
No. You just keep your Rolex.
Just my Rolexes. I'm hanging on to. They're
Mikey, if you went to a low cost country, right?
Yeah.
I think your biggest problem is paying the rent, isn't it? That's your biggest expense.
Well, if I were to move, I would have my finances situated. I would have. I think literally to be able to
situated, you wouldn't have to move.
Well, to be able to move to Thailand, you have to have a certain amount in the bank, and they can't go below that amount. And that's just by law. Like they I think 20,000 or something. They say you have to maintain a 20,000 balance in your bank account to live in Thailand. That's what my friend was mentioning to me. But he does say that their medical and their insurances over there are really good. And
just quickly, I got to grab this super chat. Tanzil, $5. For those who don't know, the channel, the ArchieLuxury live stream channel, used to be called The Best of ArchieLuxury. Only greatest hits videos. That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. The Best of ArchieLuxury.
I remember getting confused when I started watching, and then there was the Paul Pluta channel, and I was like, hey, this is the same guy.
Yes.
And I just was like, huh.
Yes.
And but you were the first video I ever watched about watches when I got into watches, and you've been my guiding light since I've been into watches, Arch.
Thank you.
You know,
You've been
yeah.
Mikey, I honestly think your biggest problem is the burden. Your expenses are so high in California.
Yeah.
That's just not feasible to keep that going, man.
Well, I think I'm clinging to the thought or the goal that I can do it. I've been doing it for 20, 30 years. It's just that things have kind of like fallen apart over the last few years, and my health is waning. California is kind of waning, and so I need to kind of just gather things up and pull it together, and that's what I'm gonna do. I've done it 100 times before, and I'll do it again.
Super chats.
Interesting. Super chats. We've got another super chat from my good friend here. JL, $5. Indonesian government has announced that remote workers can work online for up to 6 months without paying taxes using existing B211A 6-month visa. Holy shit. Interesting.
Huh.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Doc. How you doing?
I am good. Jiro, it's good to see you. Nice.
Hey, Doc. Let's go, Brandon. How was life, buddy?
Let's go, Brandon. That's right. Somebody announced something, so I guess you're pretty happy about that. But we're not supposed to talk politics.
Just 1 minute there. 1 minute there. We've got Tanzil. Paul, can the punters commission a collection curated by the best of ArchieLuxury vids with an autograph and a personalized message? Paid gig, of course. They can commission anything. I would gladly do that.
So I've got a short-term solution for the long-term.
Yes. Hello? We've lost him. Where's he gone? Hello?
His tinfoil hat fell off.
He's
California. And selling that, of course. This is crazy.
Sorry, we completely lost you, Doc. Could you repeat that? Hello, Doc.
Am I back? You didn't hear anything I said?
Now we can hear you. Yes. You wanted to come up with a solution.
Mike should keep the BMW and sell his mother's car instead.
I've considered that. The only issue is if I'm looking long term, if something happens now, I recently have done a bunch of maintenance on the BMW, so it is ready for the long haul. But if something does happen to it, it'll clean me out. If something happens to the Nissan, it won't.
Do you know what else will clean you out? Prunes.
What? Prunes?
Yes.
Sure. Or any laxative. Sure. No, I think it's probably prudent that I sell my BMW, although
here we go, prudent. That's from prunes, Clive. It's from the Latin prudus pruni, meaning be pruny.
I think that I may be coming into a situation where things may settle down financially. My uncle passing away, I think, may change things financially for me. because our property has rentals on it, and I don't know what the deal is with that. But that was my. Anyways, I don't want to get too into personal family shit, but uh, and then I've never received any unemployment or any government aid, and I don't plan to. I've always held my own, and so the plan is right now is to just power forward, and I'm gonna be able to do it. I may have to sell my BMW to survive until I'm up and running strong with my art thing, which seems to be, my pieces are selling, and I'm getting roughly what I want for them, and I think is if I get if I start to make a name for myself, and I plan to start a channel, a YouTube channel about the making of my stuff, and I've talked to the suppliers of like the resin and the things I use, my main costs, and they have agreed to sponsor me if I start to make videos. So my resin, $200 a piece. Go ahead, read the super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Tanzil. We got a super chat. Super chat. Tanzil, $5. AC3. Which live stream guest was considered toxic sludge for ratings? Donald J. Haynes, Randolph Nobson,
Rudolph,
Clive Minotaur Wrangler, or JJ LeCoux, Irix guy? I don't like to say anyone is toxic. That's not very good. Okay, but probably that JJ LeCoux. He's got a heart of gold, but you know what I mean? And I like loudmouth.
He's hanging out in the live stream comments as we speak. He was getting ready to super chat before he said that.
Hey, get him on. I love the Irix guy. AD never calling, $20. Can we start the dungeon now?
No.
No?
No. I think he needs to pay you $50 to start the dungeon now. He's meant it. Come on.
AD never calling wanted the dungeon started immediately.
Yeah, they can start the dungeon.
I think $20
you can be on both streams. You know that? We could actually be on both streams, Cliveys. You know that?
Well, yeah, I've multi-streamed on your channel many times.
Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible way. Do you want us to start the dungeon? We can.
I can start. I can start multi-streaming right now. As a matter of fact, I just had a large cup of tea. So, what do you say?
I like your sense of humor.
Just so you know,
it's editorial.
Bear's not thrilled about. He's not thrilled about when you multi-string live on air. He's not thrilled about that.
By the way, I'm feeling very bearish today. I sent Bear that bowl for Bunny.
Yes.
And I told him I couldn't ask any money for it. And because it was for Bunny, so I just gave it to him. Mm-hmm. And he said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Nothing." And I finally ended up landing on some of Bunny's cookies. Some of these. Some of these maple cream cookies.
Stop. Put those away now. The mask, $5. Dumb question. Is the man on the Viking moon swim proof? Of course not. It's a chronograph. Chronographs notoriously.
No, actually, I do have a Zenith. That ugly Zenith Classic Aero Fusion. That actually had the death screw down pushers. That actually had the death rating.
You've also got the Omega Seamaster chronograph. That's probably one of the original. But I don't think when you've got 3 holes, your integrity is starting to be questioned. Okay.
Are the Daytonas all 3 screwed down?
Well, wait.
Yes, they are.
Well,
actually, so that's a fairly waterproof.
Technically, we all have 3 holes.
Yes, we do. I got to be honest with you. 3 holes. The vintage, look, you shouldn't take a chronograph in water, okay? It's just, you got to be careful, man, because when it gets broken, what are you going to do?
Someone send
that's the reason
link.
for Daytona's 3 screw-down pushers, is so that it would be waterproof.
Yep, and also the Zenith.
Docs, you're an expert on vintage. Well, any vintage, you wouldn't take vintage in water anyhow, would you?
Oh no, hell no! But it was designed for it. It was designed for it, but I'd never do it.
Designed for it, yeah. You'd have to be. Yeah. Here we go. We've got a tan
You have to
Zeal.
be nuts to actually take it in water. You got to be out of your mind. You got to be stupid.
Tan Zeal. Here we go, guys. Tan Zeal, $5. AC3. What was the most disappointing watch that Clive bought that you would like? That you would take a Vegemite post toast dump on it if it was. Look, I don't hate any of the watches that Clivey got, right?
Except for
I gotta say,
and I will go on record that a lot of times the watches I first teased you about, that I've come to really respect and admire them. Usually right after you sold them, but still.
Yeah. That was our shtick. That was our shtick. So I reckon probably the one that I regret most selling would be that white dial Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah,
that was. I like the black dial,
but
I would look at a Super Ocean if one came across me at the right price. I'd certainly pick one up.
But that wasn't his question though. He still wants to know which one would you take the dump on the most.
I don't really hate any of Clive's watches. He's okay. Clive's okay. He's helping me out. You know, I don't want to get personal. AD
Even
never
the Defy?
calling 20. AD never calling $20. Clyde isn't toxic, but these stupid jokes and quips are unbearably toxic. It would be much better when he and Mark rode off in the sunset. Shite the fike up, Clyde. Ooh, that's a bit. I like my Patrick Philippe. That's just how Clyde is. Clyde kind of likes that. Clyde, talk to me, Clyde.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm sinking, Clyde. Help me, okay?
Well, I'm trying to, but like you said, so I'll keep on. I will keep on with the toxic jokes and clips. So AD never calling. We'll keep sending super chats.
Archie, things will turn around.
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel a bit. You know how you have some days that you're up or you're down. Today's just one of the down days.
To be fair to AD never calling, he didn't actually use the swear word. He said "fike." So I mean, you know, it isn't reaching that super level of a 10.
Today was like one of those days for me, Arch. I got up early to get stuff done, and the first thing I did was fall flat, just face plant on my face and fuck myself up good.
You got to take care, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're all at the age, except for Doc, because he's in so much better shape than we are, that if we can't take the fault for granted at our age.
No, I'm overweight and I'm older, and I can't fall.
What the hell are you talking about, Mike? Don't speak bad of yourself. I think you're perfect.
I think I'm perfect too, but the truth of the matter is, if I fall the wrong way, or if I fall full body slam the way I did today, it's not like I was when I was 180 and 22. You know, where I just would bounce back up and be like, wow, that.
We got a super chat here from Tan Zeal. Tan Zeal, $10. AC3, Ron the Shrink is now a practicing physician, but he still is wearing shiders. He has all the money in the world, but he has been diagnosed with TGV, hyper-rodent disorder.
Oh man,
Ron has actually got a few personal problems. I've actually spoken to Ron, and I got to tell you, I'm prepared to give Ron a bit of.
No, Ron got a new car.
Yeah,
he got a used car, not a new car. It's a 2014 Audi.
It's new to him. It's an A5.
You and me. Yeah, but you and me both realize that it's trouble, okay?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, we've got the morgue playing up. We got a $50
Not
super chat.
To him.
AD never calling. Arch, you know you've hit rock bottom when you look to Clivers for help. This super chat is what helps, and it ain't because of Clivers.
Right. It only says Clivers on that super chat twice. So obviously Clivers is totally unrelated to that super chat. So sure, absolutely.
Clivers, I got to tell you something, Clivers. You know what, Clivers?
What Clivers? I mean, what, Archie?
You know what?
Clivers.
I got to tell you, I was talking to Sirocco before. I said, I'm like a concrete boat that's moored at the docks that they're draining a meter of water a day. We don't know where the water's getting in, but it's getting heavy and it's going to sink.
In Sirocco in his boat?
No, I was just telling, it's been very tough. The robbery has not been good for business because a lot of people have left. Okay, I got to tell you the truth, guys. This is actually hard times. It's very
What kind of watch is that you have, Mike? What kind of watch is that?
Let's have a look. What is that, Mikey? Put it up full screen.
Oh, this is my Seiko Samurai.
It was his watch.
Now, what's that bowling ball you've got lifting up? Lift up that bowling ball.
This is
not
my
a bowling
piece
ball.
of,
It's a watch.
This is my my blue very vibrant piece that I number 2 that backed out, and so this is for sale.
We can see that your porn from the screens reflected on the back.
It backed out. It's a butt plug. Is it that thing?
No, it's a vase. It's cored out on the inside.
It's
very
beautiful.
nicely. And the resin is translucent. I was just shining a flashlight through it so you can see the light.
Just quickly,
kind of shines.
I got to say, AD never calling.
Really look
we
cool,
appreciate
actually.
your support. AD never
the light
calling
play on this thing
$2.
is
This super
amazing.
chat is because of the rancher.
You see, obviously it contributed less because I'm only mentioned once. The more I mention, obviously the more valuable the super chat is.
I notice when it says Clivers, it's more than when it says Rancher. When it says Rancher, it's only $2. You know, Mike, that vase looks really nice, and it would make a nice lamp.
Yeah, if somebody used LEDs that didn't make any heat, I don't think putting a full bulb in there would be a great idea. It's resin; it would probably not deal with the heat very well. But the amazing thing about this thing is, in this low light, it looks like this. In sunlight or direct light, let's say on a tabletop, when in the morning when the sunlight hits it, it's a completely different animal. It shows so much. That's what's cool about these resin pours is they're just different. They tell a different story at different times, and every time you look at them, they look different. Every time you look at them,
sort of like a marble, sort of like those marbles.
Yeah. So like, okay, here's a picture of the piece like in the light we have now. Okay.
Super chat.
Anyways,
this is a bit weird. This here.
Here's the piece outside. Here's the piece outside in the sunlight.
The exact same piece.
Same piece.
Yes.
It's a different way it looks at light.
That's what I'm talking about. The different light.
Completely different.
This thing transforms into a completely different
so we got a super
animal.
chat from S. Bell, $5. AC, would you jack a black racehorse for a Platona, Starbucks, Pepsi, Sprite, Smurf, and ceramic? Yellow golds? You know what? No. I honestly, I don't want to hurt any animals. Okay?
Well, you know, in California, you can get consent for that.
I heard that racehorses, they actually jack them off just to keep them happy.
Well, but they usually use a female horse.
Yeah, they use them for studying. They use them for studying. But other times, just to keep them, like in shape and keep their headspace right.
I don't know what would happen though if it was Archie instead of the female horse.
I don't.
Yeah, he might not do it right.
I love your laugh. You can easily impersonate Bill Clinton, by the way.
I love that laugh. That laugh is amazing, isn't it?
No, it reminds me of Bill Clinton. You can easily impersonate Bill Clinton.
Who can?
Well, I got friends I could talk about, actually it's usually a Bondage that talks to Bill Clinton and gets him to come on the channel because he's a big donator to the Clinton Foundation. That's what Bondage was telling me. But can't come on now because I don't have very good signal. Signal's terrible today. It's terrible today. But Jiro, I know you're a big lover of him, so it would be great.
Not that much. But that's okay. No, you know what? I'm so disappointed with
liberals.
No, listen, I'm so disappointed with politics. I mean, it's rigged because with Biden having the lowest polls as approvals in the history, like 30%, and still keep the Senate. I think I'm afraid to say, but I think the U.S. system is really rigged. It's really rigged. I cannot imagine that he could keep the Senate.
You just figured that out?
Yeah, 2020 actually, but I hope that things would change, but they didn't. Man.
It's not going to change.
I got 3 words for you: ballot harvesting. 3 words right there. I got 2 words, something like that. It's all about the harvest.
I got to tell you guys, it's just an amazing thing, really. I think America, you know what? You got a political system where you have 2 sides. It works a lot better than having one leader. I can say that much. Whether you like the Democrats or you like the Republicans, I think the political system where you have leaders you elect is a lot better than how it works in China or Russia.
It's a lot better now that we got mail-in ballots. That's the thing that makes it perfectly democratic right now.
Well, it's
automatically registered to vote.
Isn't it amazing that no one has any fucking problems with mail-in ballots in Republican states? Riddle me that.
The blue piece is priced at $850. Otherwise, I'd be asking $1,100, guys. Mike the Snake, if you want a piece of artwork, you can contact me, ArchieLuxury72@gmail, and I will put you in touch with Mike.
Thank you, Archie.
Yeah.
The thing that Republican states do all wrong is they require signature verification on their mail-in ballots. I think they need to do it like everybody else, where they just you can send it in and you could just mark it with the letter A and it counts.
Yep, it doesn't even have to match the voter's signature.
Then couldn't you just as easily send in 6 of them? And
usually, but on the other hand, usually
they did that in 2020.
Notarized. Usually, with most states, mail-in ballots have to be notarized, and notaries are pretty damn jealous about their notary licenses.
Yeah, and they charge.
Tell me this, Clive. Sorry, Mike. How much materials and resin? What's the material cost of this vase?
Close to $250.
And how much labor went into it, Mike?
About 30 hours.
30 hours, guys.
I'm almost thinking right now, if I legally change my name to none of the above, if I could be president in 2025.
That might work.
Yeah, I think it would.
The way they do it now in the swing states, you can vote in 2025. It'll still be counted. That'll be great. Counted towards 2024.
Which president? Here we go, guys. SR Bell, $5. Clive, we know that you're a flaming liberal attorney, but why is it always blue states that take 5 days to count their votes? Guess who always wins?
Because a lot of times states have provisions. States have provisions to where they can't start counting until election day. So even though those ballots have been sitting in boxes for, in some cases, up to like a week or 2 beforehand, they can't start until the election day starts.
Look at
Plus,
this,
they don't know how many
star of the
ballots they
show.
need to add in. They don't know how many
The
to add in
star
until they
of the
see how many
show.
Republicans vote.
AD never calling. $100. This guy is a
Nice.
legend. Yeah.
Oh, he's the legend.
Nice.
He's
Fight
the legend.
Clivers, the liberal loser. Clive, watch Wrangler Rancher. Arch, how much to ban him and Dog Trainer? Good to the last drop through 2023. Read it again, Arch. None of this Oxley State High stuff. Fight Clivers, the liberal loser. Clive, watch Wrangler Rancher. Arch, how much to ban him and Dog Log Drainer? Good to the last drop through 2023. Holy shite, that's a... Look, I got to be totally honest with you. I like Clive's dynamics.
Even I don't understand the question.
In a democracy,
what is he asking? Is he asking
how much to ban?
Is he asking to ban up until the start of until January, or ban?
The beautiful thing about a democracy is that we allow the opposition to speak freely.
Yeah, through 2023. So I think that includes the year of 2023. Yeah, I would be putting a high price on that, $20,000.
I'd say $1,000. Well, actually, wait. How much do you need to redo your? Wait. Archie, how much do you need to redo your studio?
Look. I'm still fighting with insurance. It's about $10,000. But look, let's just leave it at that at the moment. Look, I don't want to take advantage of Patrick Philippe. He's one of the nicest gentlemen you'll ever meet in your life. I wouldn't take advantage of him. You know that?
He says through 2023. So, yeah, he obviously wants to pay big. And again, no, and look, see, and again, look here. 1, 2. Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously my rate's going up because I'm only mentioned twice. And so it's already up to $100.
Is he talking about... Is he talking through to the beginning of 2023, or is he talking about all of 2023 until the end of 2023?
All of 2023.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I said it's got to be a huge number, $20,000.
No, I'd say $1,000 would do it.
You're gonna knock somebody out for an entire year.
50,000.
I mean,
hey, I need the money.
It's a high valuation.
Yeah, no
50,000.
Well, just the amount of time though, and plus he's a great addition to the stream right now.
He is
and
he's a great addition.
I think his value is great, and 45,000. Yeah, okay, that would be fine.
45,000.
Here we go. Super chat. Kleiner Hound. $2. 45.47. If you know, you know.
What?
And we got AD never calling through 2023. Jesus, it makes it hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's man. It's almost unfair to like put those kind of impositions on people.
Because I mean, let's face it. I think Clive is actually bringing something to the show, Mike. What do you reckon?
I agree.
That's why it should be he should be charged a proportionate amount for me to be.
The problem is,
that's why
I've put you on before. I've let the narc on before, and that's where the porn came from. So I don't know if it's really you, narc. I'm sorry.
Super chat.
I don't know if it's narc or not.
Super chat.
SR Bell, here we go, $5. Clive, you're such a dem. You are still living in a low tax red state, then go somewhere blue and pay your fair share.
Nothing else. Senior Bell, I'm going to say this slowly and carefully so you will understand it, okay? Oklahoma used to be a dim state. It used to be filled with yellow dog Democrats until the Democrats started doing equal rights for, non-whites. That's when
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oklahoma was a Democrat. When was it? You
didn't know that? I was like,
yeah. No, I didn't know.
And actually, my family's been here before.
Back in the days when the Democrats were lynching back then?
Yeah, exactly.
You're about right, man.
You were goddamn right. The Democrat, they just found like 30 bodies from the Tulsa race riot, all put there by good Democrats at the time. But now they'd be Republicans. The people that put the bodies in the ground, not the bodies in the ground.
I actually don't see Clive as being one way or the other. I think Clive is indifferent to both sides, to be totally honest with you. Tell me if I'm...
Here's the other thing. It's just like there's stupidity on both sides.
Yes.
And
one of the Whigs. Whig Party. Remember that?
Yes.
White wigs.
But I'm not into wigs. I'm not into cross-dressing.
I guess.
Here we go. AD never calling $2. Sleep on an arch. Tell me tomorrow. We definitely will tell you.
You need to figure out.
That's what I was going to suggest. You got to figure it out, and you know how to get back to them. Yeah.
Yep.
Dog.
I don't think you can make a decision on the fly.
Yeah, Dog, did you see the debate between Fetterman and Oz? And Fetterman, this guy could put up a coherent sentence together, and
that's the whole reason the Democrats are not debating anymore. So for Arizona, that she didn't even debate. No debate.
Yes, and still voted in, and this guy just bumbled nonsense and totally horseshit and get elected. What the fuck? I mean, I tell you this, the sad thing is you can virtually you can run for Senate as Hitler. As long as you are Democratic, you get elected. Even as a Hitler. It's a shame.
Yeah, I gotta be GB $2. GB $2. Now libs want all illegals to vote. I wonder why.
Where are these alleged facts coming from? Jesus Christ, you guys need better. You guys must have the same factors as talking
voting. They're legalizing.
Check Reddit.
They're legalizing voting for illegal immigrants in California and New York.
That's a fact.
Okay, point me to a news article. I want to see this.
Okay, I'll text it to you.
I don't think Clive is actually a big narc. Let me on. This is narc, the narc. Let me on, my returned friend. Do I let him on or not, guys? What do you think I should do?
Yes, of course. Let him in.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Anyway, I think we should also help ArchieLuxury and support him to get his studio back in order and to help him replace those watches. Guys, the people on this channel need to dig deep.
All you have to do
and help.
You got 3 bloody dots. You see if it's me. How hard is that?
Yeah, I did that last time, and it still.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because that wasn't me.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. It had the same thing. I'm telling you, it had the same.
Right. Look, I'm going to speak for the chat. Rancher, I don't mind you. You just have to cut out the corny fucking jokes, the passive aggressiveness towards Archie, and you're fine. And don't say super chat, because that fucking tilts me. Simple as that.
Because that's getting him to read the super chat, which is the whole point of it.
Okay, just calm down.
But cut out the passive aggressive shit.
Passive aggressive shit. What's the aggressive shit?
Yeah,
no, do you understand, Rancher, what it is?
We're frenemies. We're old friends who fuck with each other.
But the shtick wears old after a while. It gets boring.
Look.
And the horn jokes once, twice, all right.
You don't control someone on how they act, man.
No, that's my opinion.
Okay,
that's not what you say.
You can't tell Clive what the fuck to do.
Isabel,
actually, I can. He doesn't have to listen.
Them vote. Guess next. Look, I got to tell you. Look, Narc, I'm just trying to keep all the balls in.
Why do you think people are super chatting and kick Rancher off? They're sick of the jokes, the passive aggressiveness. Besides that, he's fine.
Okay. I got to tell you something. Clive himself came back. He's really helping me out a lot. Okay. He's gone now. Look at that. He's left. He's left the building. The rancher's left the building. Look at this.
What do you mean I've let the... No, I'm right here.
Just work with me, Rancher.
Oh, sorry.
You're supposed to make noises in the background. The rancher has left the homestead. And I got to tell you something. You know what? I got to tell you, look. Ranch has helped me out when it's a bit flat. We're a bit flat today. I had a shit day today. Okay, insurance companies being hard. The police investigation doesn't seem to be fucking going anywhere. Everyone is fighting me.
I'm not saying don't have Rancher on. I like Rancher, but just cut out the passive aggressiveness and the corny jokes and the horn jokes.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. You can't tell Rancher that because he gets upset. But
you've already mentioned it. That's his problem.
Every goddamn 3 minutes. Goddamn, you don't think that's you don't think that's annoying?
Yeah, you got a valid point there.
Thank you.
Very okay. SR Bell $2.
Actually, guys, here's the dungeon. A lot of drama at the dungeon. Tim exploding at Ron. A lot of Kurt exploding at Soraka. See you at the dungeon.
Have a good day, Narc.
Start the dungeon. Guys, get the dungeon started. SR Bell $2. I actually like Clive. Easy, guys. He's an original. Trading loss. Can I ask you something?
Or what's up?
So, trading loss, there I was going into this market. I had my retirement money and I've blown it all. It's all gone.
Oh, shit.
My collection's all gone, okay? So it's all gone. Busted, okay? So now, tell me this, in your life, when are you going to just retire Indonesia or somewhere like that? Tell me this.
Maybe in 3 years.
You always say that. 3 years, 3 years.
Said that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But there's no 3 years from now.
There's no end in sight for you?
Die young, man.
Sorry?
I'm going to die young.
How is New York going? Sorry, how is Hong Kong going? You having fun?
I'm babysitting, man. I had to bring someone
you're in Sing now. I think you're in Sing now, aren't you?
I'm not in Sing.
Okay.
I had to bring kids in because they forgot their fucking ID. Yeah.
Super chat.
Okay. I don't want to have kids, man.
Super chat.
AD never calling $10. You're right, Arch. I apologize and retract my Archer. See you in the dungeon.
No, man. Come on. No. Come on. Put your money where your mouth is. Like 4,000 to throw me off until the end of 2023.
4,000. Oh, that's way too low. That's way too low.
Well, I have self-esteem issues.
Come on, man. You're worth so much more than that. You're a contributing member that like has total potential over the next year to do so much more. You're worth 20,000 at least. For a full year. Yeah.
It'd be a year. It'd only be a year and a month. Come on.
A year and a month, 20 grand. That would be my.
Then Archie can start raising money from people that like me. There's no fucking way they'd pay for
yeah. And somebody paid 21 to bring you back.
I got to tell you what, we've had really
kind of like.
I'm for democratizing the ostracizing. So if it keeps down like 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000, that way people can jump in. It's a lot easier for people to do that. Otherwise, you have to be a totally rich dick to throw me off or pitch me in.
Because instead of a fire sale,
watching the show.
Luxury is all about inclusion. Also, Senior Bell for Super Chat.
Senior Bells, SR Bell $2. Actually, would you toss Mark Goldberg's solid for $50? You know what? I probably would now.
50?
I probably would. And we got, guess who wants to come on now? Tan Zeal. Hello, Tan.
What's going on, boys?
Hey, we got the rancher in the house. We've got some. Tell us what we do. You're one of the original. Tell me what I do, Tan.
The rancher. You know what? I definitely say if Patrick Philippe wants to ban it. I mean, that's just free market, boys.
That's free market. But Archie, you should charge a price. And again, get the studio. Charge them for what it would take to get the studio rebuilt. And that way you can just simply raise money for getting your watches back.
Instead of a fire sale.
So 45.20.
Yeah, I love him.
Offers at 45, bid is at 20. So 30.
Yep.
Instead of 30. A fire sale.
Do it.
Clyde is going for a fire me please sale.
Yeah, look, I got to be honest with you guys. I can only try my best, okay? I'm not always focused on money anymore, okay?
What?
The burglary has taught me I'm not always focused.
Unless we have a computer problem.
Okay.
My computer's acting up. Hello.
Okay. Hey, speak.
Give
Got Ron
it
coming on
some
here.
time,
Hey,
Arch.
Ron, how are you?
Ron the
Hey,
legend. Ron the
Hey
legend.
guys, I just feel like it's an
Hey,
OG
Ron.
stream. I had to hop on again.
I've got people saying Ron is a national treasure. Well,
Ron is a legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
Hello, Ron.
That's what I'm hearing.
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, Ron.
Yeah, can you hear me?
And we got Curly.
Oh, it's Ron.
Yeah.
Ron.
Can you hear me or no?
Hey, Ron.
We hear
Ron
you.
and Curly.
All right, right on. Hey, Curly. Curly and I had a good. You know what? Curly and I bonded yesterday on the dungeon. I officially am. I'm pro Curly now.
You're officially my fucking hero.
Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I was like,
I don't
Doc's
know.
reports.
Fucking
Kind of
hell.
reading this between people coming in to bring me money. So what the hell happened?
I don't know.
Oh,
This is a watch channel. We're talking watches, aren't we?
distraction.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Super chat from
I
Kleiner
have no
Home.
idea. All I know is I love you, Ron, because
Yeah, we got Kleiner Hound, $2. You skipped my super chat, big guy. Let's go and have a look. I'll go and find the Kleiner Hound super chat. Kleiner Hound, here we go, $5. Fike me dead. I've been in here for days to ingranulate myself with the pontiff, and I still get no recognition. Did we already talk about the new 007 watch? Thank you so much.
Oxley stayed high. Ingratiate.
You got to read it again. You got to read it again. You got to read it again.
Fike me dead. I Kleiner Hound, $5. Fike me dead. I've been in here for days to ingranulate myself with the pontiff, and I still get no recognition.
No.
Ingratiate.
Ingratiate.
Yeah.
Did we already talk about the Omega 007?
Omega.
Yes, we did.
Super chat.
Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Here we go. Kleiner Hound. We skipped the super chat. We just did it. And we got Tanzeel, $5. Ron has pulled a legendary move for the community.
Community.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, neither do I.
I like how you were singing that super chat. It almost sounded like the Batman song. Super chat.
No. Super chat. Keep Archie lazy and fat.
Oh, that's the Spider-Man.
Super chat. Yeah.
Cliver's worth his weight in gold.
You Archie fast. Super chat.
You're so cool.
Ron, how are you going to drive an Audi and wear shitters, man? Come on.
Archie, when are you going to do a drunk stream? Are you in the mood to do a drunk stream anytime lately?
No, I'm trying to stay away from that, to be honest with you.
It's going to be the end of a channel.
Yeah. I don't think a Breitling is a shitter, is it?
No. Hell no.
What time do you want me to, Arch? I didn't want to just start a dungeon while you're on the air.
Start it now, because I got an appointment I got to go to. Get the dungeon started now.
You don't need to go to the dungeon, man.
Okay, whoa. Archie, real quick. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Where Americans are sitting down after they're in front of their TVs, in front of their computers.
Thanksgiving doesn't exist in Asia, man.
They're with their families. They need escape. They need attention.
I hope that everybody on the panel will stop by the dungeon. And Jiro, you're more American than most Americans I know, buddy.
That's true.
Hey, Curly, am I invited?
You know more about politics than most Americans, that's for sure.
Of course. Why wouldn't you be invited, Brancher?
Well, I don't know. Maybe AD is going to pay you off.
I got the songs figured out now. The Batman is super chat.
If he couldn't pay Archie off, he can't pay me off. Ron, I'll see you at the dungeon.
All right.
Thank you.
Possibly.
I'll just about to send them over. I'll send them over.
All right, fine.
All right.
I'll jump on if I get a chance.
All right, Mikey, I hope you never fall again.
Oh, I hope I never fall again, too,
All right,
man.
see you guys. If I don't see you, have a for the Americans. Have a good.
I'm going to send them over in a couple of minutes. There, get it started.
Yes, sir.
Get it started.
All right.
Archie, you gotta come on. You gotta stream extra long and extra hard for Americans on Thanksgiving.
Actually, tomorrow I'm going to start an hour earlier, and I'm going to stream longer tomorrow. Yes, we will.
Oh,
okay?
Great!
I'm going to stream longer and harder because
longer and harder. Okay.
Yes.
I have a
actually,
family.
You know what? I got something. You know that drunk stream? We might actually start that tomorrow. I got some nice wine. Let's fuck it. Let's get drunk on wine. Okay. Let's get some wine into me because I like a bit of wine. I got some beautiful red wine. Fuck it. Why don't I feel? Let's just drink a nice. Let's do that tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to hear a quick Nazi joke?
No.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
We will be asking the questions here.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can get away with that. That's okay.
Yeah, that's kind of PG.
That's a PG one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ron, are you okay, man? Is everything going okay, man, Ron?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just swimming in entry-level luxury, man. I got my Breitling. I got my 9-year-old Audi A5. Shit's going great.
Cool. A5 is a great car.
I love it.
Speak to your wife, girl?
You loving the A5?
I love it, man.
Did you have a talk to her? Did you have a talk to her?
I got pulled over for going 90. Yeah, we're chatting.
Really?
We're chatting a little bit. It's all right,
Is the A5 the one with the twin turbo V8?
No.
No,
It's
the
got
A5
it's
is the coupe.
2 liter.
It's like the
2 liter. Yeah.
it's the coupe.
Okay.
Turbo. It's got a
That's
turbo.
You're thinking of the sport. You're thinking of the sports version, Mike. I think
Does it have a manual or
S?
a?
Switch it to S when it's the sport version.
Now?
It's I can't drive stick.
Dude.
I know.
You got
I know. How do you learn how to drive stick though? I don't understand. Like, where do you go? How do you do that?
God.
You get someone that has a stick.
I can teach you how to do it.
Yeah, you find a church parking lot.
But don't you fuck up the car if you don't? Well,
no. Not if you're learning.
Who wants to get a stick? Who's getting a stick? Who's getting a stick?
I've got 2 sticks.
I honestly don't know a single person who can drive a manual car. I think it's
the funny part
is
is
dying art.
I've seen T-shirts and stickers that shows like a 5-seat pattern, and it says "Millennial Theft Deterrent Device."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, seriously.
It's like the best theft deterrent of all is to have a manual in your car. I've seen videos of kids stealing cars and they get in and they don't know how to
running it now.
Move.
Running it now. Just putting the link on now, guys. We're going to
money coming
transition to the dungeon. We're going to transition to the dungeon now. Okay.
Read the last 2 super chats, Archie, and then end it quick.
Okay, Mr. Brown, $2. Only been here recently. What the fuck is this stream about? Yeah, I still don't know.
Tan's got a good one.
And Tanzeal's got one here, $5. Does the nickname Ron the Shrink refer to lowering the viewers in any given live streams? Okay, guys, we're going to be switching over to the dungeon. Come over to the dungeon now.